flying here, lunch hour. What I want to do here, I want to go over this presentation before I do for my 5th graders here. This is on numbers 1 through 100. Just kind of finished this recently, and I kind of want to go through it and show you how this one goes. So the first week I focused on just 1 through 20, and I kind of came up with this new exercise here. Say in English, and I think it's a great sort of activity for the kids. Here I'm doing it, I think the reward system is kind of an around the clock. Yeah, actually, I used a couple different reward systems, but I think the best one was just kind of a circle, put 2 game pieces on it, put some numbers. It can be the clock, or it can be, just random numbers, and you just kind of give them a dice. If they get it right, you roll it, and they go around this clock and earn points for their team based on the dice. And you can put tricky things on there if you like, but I try and. But this time I just kind of use the clock ones. This is a say it in English, so I give them the Chinese character, and they got to, identify the word in English. And this is important. I think the key thing about this lesson for me was getting them to not only recognize the English words for the numbers instead of just the numbers, but also to spell those words. And that's something they have a lot of trouble with, I'm finding. They recognize the symbols for the numbers, like the Chinese have their own symbols for numbers, but they don't know how to spell them. So I felt that was kind of a good place to focus. And we start here with 1 through 20. All right, what is this? It's 15. We did pretty good on all these. We go through all those slides. Number those, and I threw in a few variations. Okay, the numbers, recognize the numbers. Not just the English, it's kind of concept checking, really. And then we go on to some more exercises. 1 through 20, by 5th grade, they should have a pretty good idea of that is. And so here I'm talking about these objects. These are images from, really loud. Those become a real problem when you can't control value. All the sounds that I put into these, they're really problematic if you can't bring that volume down. It's all right if it's quiet, but when it's turned up so loud, it becomes interference in the classroom. So I'll turn the sound off. Unfortunately, I can't figure out how to do that right now. Well, actually, no, I can do it. Let's turn that So I do this exercise, getting to speak the words. Okay, what is it? It's panda. You got to recognize it, count it, write down what they think, and then I start to, you start to remove some of these bushes, and they get closer to the actual answer. 15. Now, these are images that I was using in AL7 from the AL7 program, and I probably, when I get the chance, I will be changing these to something that is not in danger of being a copyright infringement or anything like that. Give me the number, they count them. If anybody gets it right, they get points, kind of deal, or they get to play the game. Do a number of those. Another exercise I do here is this exercise. Let's say I got this one here. Boom. I want to know how many there are. You got multiple sort of animals here and bugs here, and so they can kind of try and, it's your basic memory game. What did you see? How many rabbits were there? How many ladybugs? How many cats were there? Take their numbers down. Anybody gets it right, they get points. And the last exercise here is this one here. And basic, more memory stuff, looking for the words and their matching, or the numbers and their matching, and their matches. You might notice I use this kind of frequently, this board, because a lot of times you just change and you can use format shape and just throw images in here, format shape, throw images in there, and change it around. Once again, I have to make these all images to do that. And you know, you need I use Photoshop to do that, Adobe Photoshop to do that. So like 12, there's a match, they get points for that. The whole object is not to hit these booms, the explosions, maybe -10 or something like that. There's another exercise in here, but I used it as review this time around. How many do you have? And it's the same, similar to the other memory game. All these glasses will show up. How many? You got to think of what it is. They should know this vocabulary for the most part. After a short time, the screen goes blank, and they have to tell me how many. Correct answer is 20. And then it's on to week 2, second week starts. Then I focus on 20 to 100, and we start off. After review, we start off with the same sort of say it in English. That should actually be 100. I felt there was a bit of confusion there when I did that, so I'll probably change that to 100. And we're using, I try and play a little over here, 14.3, 14.8, 43, see if they're making those connections. Go through those slides, good way to start the game going, the introduction of the boards. And move on. Like I said, I wanted to start to focus on spelling here because I felt that was really one of the big problems, or one of the big discrepancies in their learning, is that they didn't have the ability to spell these words. So here I created these sort of post-it notes through Photoshop, and I want them to spell the word. And let's go back there. Boom, like 20. I had a lot of trouble with these triggers, so what I was doing is just, all right, spell it to me, and I'd write it over what they told me on the board using these letters, and then I'd come over here and show them the answer. Might have to change that around. Also do it with like equations. All right, what is the, what's the answer? All right, spell it for me. I was having the same problem. All right, so it's working there. You can spell on the board and do it, and then check their answers using the slide. That all can be fixed. Yeah, here's what I'm talking about, 100 as opposed to 100. I think it would probably be good to be more clear on that distinction. Say 800 or 100, that it's the same, but 100 is not necessarily an answer. And then another activity I had here was how much is it? And here I'm getting them to use, to use the language of those numbers again, but in a context of where they're most frequently probably going to be using a lot of that is buying things, or commonly doing that. So you give them 3 numbers, you give them 4 numbers and 4 objects, and they can go. I tell, all right, yellow team, what do you think it is? 120, blah, 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 blah. And blue team, what do you think it is? Blah, 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 blah. Then you go over here and you check it, see who got it right. Anybody gets it right, they get points or something like that. And, that was pretty fun. That was a pretty successful activity for that class. Once again, using that numbers and the around the clock kind of idea reward system to play the game. I think that's it for this one. Yeah, that's it for this one. We go through a number of those slides. Pizza, dumplings, potato chips. And it's pretty self-evident there. All right. So that's my lesson on numbers from 1 to 100. Hope it helps you out. Like I said, these are a big help to me doing these sort of recording lessons, so I can refer to them at a later point. And if it can help you, great. If it helps you, click like, subscribe. maybe we can monetize these. That'd be great. Take it easy.